Okay, it's Meir from Israel again, and I want to talk to you about stress today. Stress. What is stress? So most people think about this stress as something that just a physical or chemical reaction, that they just have stress and they don't know exactly why is it happening, but they don't like it. Now, when you have a problem, and usually when you have stress, it grows. It's not going away. So people have long periods of stress. Now, when you have a problem and the problem is not resolved, it is because you are trying to solve the wrong problem. When you have a problem and you're realizing you have a problem and you try to solve it and the problem is not resolved, is because you are trying to solve the wrong problem. In the case of stress, the problem is not stress. Stress is the manifestation. The reason for stress is actually quite fascinating. But to understand it, I need to give you some principle before. So you can look at a person as a computer. A computer has number of processes, and the more processes you have, the more powerful you are. So let's say you have 1,000 processes, okay? Now, every time you open a program, one of the processes, one or more of the processes get occupied, and as a result, the computer become a little bit less able. If you open many programs, you use many of the processes, and the computer seems to be slower and less able. That's exactly what happens to you. Exactly. When you're born, in your mind, you have number of processes. Every time you start something and you did not close it, you did not handle it, every time you start an action or project or a communication or anything that you started and you did not close, one or more of your processes get stolen. And when you have many things that open in your life, the end result is you become slower and seems like less able. But like the computer, you didn't become less able. You have the same number of processes. You just need to clean them. Cleaning them in a computer means to close some programs, and cleaning them for a person means to close cycles of actions. Handle those emails, say what you wanted to say, clean the house, whatever it is that you need to do and close the cycle of action. Now, where's the trap? The more cycles of actions you have that are open, the more difficult for you is to do anything, because you become less able. And how less able you can become? Like in a computer, you can crash. So the closing of cycles of action, it's really not important which cycle. It's not important the quality, the importance. Closing cycles of actions is the most important action you can do in order to gain you back your abilities. Because when you leave cycles of action open, you give in return your ability, and when you close them, you gain back your abilities. It is like if you have this weekend that you just decide you're going to clean the garage and handle the emails and do that. By lunchtime, you feel amazing. Nothing changed in the environment. But you close cycle of action, you gain your ability back, and you are as sane as you don't have open cycles. Insanity is the result of too many open cycles, and the actual definition of insanity is not doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. This is nonsense. It just sounds good, but it's nonsense, because that's the definition of tenacity. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, it's tenacity. The definition of insanity is attention stuck in the past. Attention stuck in the past. And attention gets stuck in the past only because of open cycles. Only because it's not closed. Once it's closed, it's finished. Your attention cannot be stuck in the past. So you are as sane, which means as able as you handle your cycles of actions, and you are as insane as you have open cycles. Now the question, of course, is what is the biggest source of open cycles in your life? What is the biggest source of open cycles in your life? That's in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.